Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Valley Newsmakers here on WKBN Plus, a chance to talk with local leaders and elected officials about what's going on in the community and a little bit about themselves. It's been a big year in Struthers, from a new library coming to the city, new housing, and big boy. Joining me today is Struthers Mayor Kat Miller. Kat, thanks for coming in here today.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the new library that's going to be coming to town. That was kind of early on in the year. Here this year. Talk to me a little bit about the process to get it and why the city wants to have this new library.
So this process started years ago. So when we first started, I want to say it was maybe 2021, our auditor, Christina Bowl, we've been talking about it. It's one of those things that we were like, oh, that's where the library is going to go. That's where you kind of speak it into existence. Yeah. And she said, Kat, let's get this started. Let's start moving on this. So we met with Amy Pfeiferick, we met with the board, and we said, listen, we need a new library. We really want it to be part of our downtown and have that kind of puzzle piece right there because of everything that we have going on. So that got the ball rolling. We did a feasibility study with the library at a property right off of Yellow Creek. We had two generous donors for those parcels. And then fast forward to 2026, we had the board meeting and they approved building the new library. We're one of the oldest in their system. So it was a long process, but we finally got here.
What's the ultimate goal of this? I don't think a lot of people think, oh, new library, revitalization, to have that new building. And like you said, it's one of the oldest in the library system, to have that kind of be a centerpiece to downtown. What was kind of the reasoning behind it? So
for us and for the city of Struthers, the library is much more than just books. It's a place where our people go to feel a sense of belonging, it's a sense of community, literally everything that we want and that we need in our downtown. So to have it joined right with the park and kind of be like a nature branch there, it's just a huge piece that we need for that downtown. Because like I said, it's these libraries now, they're just so much more than just books. And you could see what the public library system is doing in the different parts of the community. Mm-hmm. Like they're really adapting to what that community specifically needs. And ours is a space for people to belong, a space for education, for child literacy, and just something that fits and that's walkable and accessible to all of us.
And it's going to be a big part in this revitalization of downtown. Talk to me a little bit about where things stand. There's a facade project that some businesses can kind of get a grant to update the front of their look.
Yes, so as you see, like our downtown is really starting to come alive. I know when we started talking about the revitalization, we went through kind of like an ugly stage where there were barrels and cones and it just looked a mess. And now we're getting to that point where we're seeing things happen. We're seeing new windows, we're seeing new paint, we're seeing new things happen down there. We have a safety project that's going on. So we're really trying to look at the area as a whole. And one of the things that you had mentioned was the facade grant. That, unfortunately, right now isn't for downtown. That'll be for a lot of the other businesses because the downtown, they were able to apply through the Mahoning County CIC when we got that money from the American Rescue money. So a lot of money was put into the downtown for different facade programs for those businesses. So we really want to make it look a lot nicer and more inviting. And there's a lot of different corridors that I think we're looking at differently with some of our business owners coming in on the way to Bobseen Way. We have a huge stretch of land. So we really want to make those entry and exit points of the city really look like something. So when you pull in, you know you're in Struthers. So it's not a huge amount, but we're trying to do what we can with City Council. It's something we did 3 years ago, and we're hoping to continue this year after year. So it's not just a every couple year thing. We want it to be something that's established every year. New
housing has been a real key push for the city here, both through YNDC and also Dylan's house as well. Let's start off with YNDC. Why is it important to bring some new homes inside city limits?
So I go to all the meetings. Everybody makes fun of me because Struthers always shows up. We're always there, and I'm kind of like that nerd just trying to learn, right? So housing has obviously been a topic with different projects and different businesses coming into the area. We need places for these people to stay. And Struthers is not like a lot of these other communities. We don't have big plots of land where you can put these big developments. We have more of spot building. So we have a lot of vacant properties where houses have been demolished, which is not the goal. We don't want to demolish houses. But if we can put houses back on these properties, that's the goal. So a couple years ago, we applied for the Welcome Home Ohio project with a lot of guidance from the Mahoning County Land Bank and Deb Flora. I call and ask a lot of questions all the time, and they've really kind of took Struthers under their wing and kind of helped with that process. And then we got into a little situation where we had a deadline. We had to get these houses built. So we reached out to YNDC, and obviously within a couple months, we've had 8 houses go up. So I think 2 are ready to be sold now, and the 6 are almost there. But they've been incredible to work with. I feel like Ian and Tiffany from YNDC and their whole staff really has it figured out. They kind of have an answer for a lot of things going on. And you go to other areas and other places, they're still trying to figure out what needs to happen. And we are too. We're doing a lot of studies. Eastgate has been incredible with this whole project and program. But I really feel like they kind of have it figured out for the specific places.
How can new houses take Struthers to the next step forward for the city?
So we always said we want to see more people in the city. That's our goal, is to increase our population and increase the quality of life. So through better businesses, better houses, it only increases the property value. So brand new homes in some of these areas, it's really like a shining star for us. So we want to see more people. We want to see more kids in the schools. We have one of the best school systems around. We want to see people coming in, and we are seeing that. If you talk to some of the realtors around here, people want Struthers. They want to move into Struthers. They want to be part of what we have going on right now.
Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay Watson. Thanks for watching the WKBN 27 First News YouTube channel. If you want more video news, subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the WKBN 27 First News app for breaking news alerts.